Okay, everybody, quick update. Sorry it's been a long time since I've done an update on my YouTube channel. I've been more or less focusing on my Facebook artist page concerning all the modeling that I've been doing, but I'll try and get better about getting these videos back up on time. This is my most recent update. Fiber optics are in. I didn't go crazy with the fiber optics, although the way that I chose to do them was very easy, very fast. Maybe took an hour, and I'll show you the way I did that, which was time saving, and it wasn't a pain in the ass to try and wrangle up all those fiber optics and put them into a couple of LED bulbs. I wasn't going to do that. So I'll give you more details on that. If you're wondering why the chrome spray paint, it's predominantly for light blockage. There's a lot of LEDs in this model, and I'll show you why in just a minute. The rear engines are lit, and I'll do a subsequent video after this one showing you this model lit up, but I wanted to just kind of share some of the issues that I've been having with this model. Over here, you can see that the fitment's bad. It's just roughly taped together right now. And the superstructure, which is, this part up here, was very difficult to stack the way they wanted it to stack. And then I added the RV detail parts on the side there. There's still a significant amount of putty rework and cleanup that I have to do down there on the corner. The turrets went in well, although the circular ones only fit in the middle. Things like that. The sidewalls aren't lined up. Sorry, there's a little bit of an overhang because I'm about to open this up and show you guys what it looks like inside. So we'll do that in just a second here. I wasn't happy with the panel line scribing that I'm doing, and it's just another delay in this project, but I think it'll pay off once this is complete. I sort of did some testing over here that I'm not very happy with, and I decided that I'm going to go with something that's more blocky like this over here, predominantly to match up the grid pattern that we have over here on the superstructure pieces here. You can see it's more square instead of angular, and I think it would just be more consistent and look a bit better than having angles going in every which way like this over here. So no good. This is what I'm going for. It's going to take a little while. It took me maybe a minute to throw that together to get the gaps even, trim pieces, whatever. Shouldn't take that long. Maybe a good day of modeling, and I should have the plating on the main hull. I am going to leave the top alone for scale reasons. Because it's supposed to scale down to even a smaller scale as you go up into the superstructure. And this is supposed to be a larger scale, so we'll do a couple of things. I'll sand down some of the mold lines on there just to give it a better effect, but for the most part, the primary part of the paneling is going to be done on the hull. Now, having said that, I also custom made this front piece right here because it was just complete garbage. The one that they gave you, it didn't look good. It looked too thick, looked too high. I'm going to rework this in here too because it's just not consistent enough for me. But I really like the low profile of this front piece. Even if it's not 100% accurate, I think it looks a lot better. It looks more scale, gives it a better profile, and that's just how it's going to be, I guess. So getting to the inside here, I'm going to have to untape this. I thought I could just open it. Okay, so getting inside of this here, you'll see my arrangement. Now I'll explain all this in just a minute. Let me just open it up like a sandwich, okay? So what we have here, okay, how I chose to do this, okay, this is where the time savings came in, okay? I wasn't going to sit here and hand drill every hole. That's ridiculous. If you have a Dremel with one of those detail wand attachments, you could put a drill bit in there and just go for it. They won't break as long as you go in square and you're not pushing too hard. I didn't break one drill bit, and I drilled all the holes in the superstructure and the main hull in about a half hour. The most time-consuming part was just feeding all the little different fiber hairs in there. You can see I just use hairs. I didn't gather them all and bunch them all up and all that other garbage. Okay, and what I did is I just mounted some LED strip lights, okay, along on a custom track, which was the original sidewalls to the Star Destroyer. But anyways, and these fibers inside here pick up plenty of light, just plenty of light. It doesn't do it justice because I have some overspray on the outside, so to show you right now you wouldn't really see it, but once these are all trimmed up, all these LEDs put out so much light that it's going to give just as good, if not better, effect than the traditional way of bunching up all the fiber optic hairs into one common bulb. I just don't believe that, and it would have taken way too much time. Then back up into the superstructure, same process, just lights on both sides to the fiber optic hairs, which are all sticking in there. Okay, that's how I chose to do it. Total fiber optic time, instead of taking, tens, hundreds of hours, it took me maybe 2 hours of solid work to get all the fibers in. It took me about another 2 hours to get the tracks and the lights and the wiring done. And then I have a little custom piece here. It's just a wireless power transfer because I didn't want to punch through the hole in this model and run wires down and make a fixed bracket and all that other garbage. So what I did is I bought one of these wireless power transfer things off of eBay, and the receiver side that plugs into the power adapter, it's not here right now, but this is what they call the receiver. And I'm just going to mount it down on the hull, and I'm going to make a custom stand, which is going to be like a tripod configuration, and the power ring is going to be integrated into that stand. So when you go to rest your Star Destroyer on the stand, it'll light up because the rings will be matching up through the plastic. And then when you go to take it off the stand, you could take it off, show it off, show it to whoever you want. And then as soon as you put it back on the stand, everything will light back up again. I thought it was a cool feature. First time I've done it, experimental. I'll let you know how it turns out. But the testing was pretty good. I just need to find a power supply with more than 1 amp because 1 amp was not enough to drive all those LEDs to their full brightness. So that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at right now. After I finish up the plating and after I make sure I don't have any more light bleeds or excess putty, we're going to spray the base coat, seal it up for good. And I'm not too concerned about ever having to crack into this because you're gluing plastic onto resin, and it's going to be held on with CA. If you need to get into it for service or something goes wrong with the lights inside, it'll be a little difficult, but not impossible to crack into it without destroying it. So I'm not worried about that either. So Jeff, if you're watching this video, this is your baby. It looks a little rough right now, but it's going to be spectacular by the time I'm done with it. So thank you for being patient, and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.